just to get out the trade because I gotta go. You can see the P&L up here. Again, this is not the SPY. This is the instrument. It's the 625 puts on the SPY expiring on the 11th. I guess that's the 9th. Look at the VIX. Look at the VIX, bro. Hold on, let me go here to show you the VIX. Look at this. So look, we pulled back to the 9. Look, now we're about to crack it. We pulled back. We've been consolidating on it. But look, the Qs came to the 9 and bounced. First, the Qs are looking weaker, then the SPY is looking weaker. Now you got the VIX pulling back. But see, when we're up, look, when it's going back and forth like this, look, the VIX ain't breaking down. We're already extended to the upside, and it seems like we're kind of topping out a little bit. You feel me? I would go ahead and say, yeah, we'll get the quick little rollover. Look, here's the actual. Oh, they're in the money now. Oh, you seen that? Seen that? Look, in the money. Just by a little bit. Okay. What I said, look at the VIX, bro. Now, see this VIX? That's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, it's not a direct inverse correlation, but there's enough of a correlation there where it's definitely something you want to pay attention to. All right, look, these are starting to try to go in the money now. So that means the market might be trying to roll over here. See? Oh, look. Oh, don't let the S&P 500 come down here and hit this gap, bro. Look, we've cracked the 9. The SPY's cracked the 9. The S&P 500's cracked the 9. The Qs are in the process of cracking the 9. Look at the VIX. Look, I even got the levels on there for you. Look what happened when the VIX got up here to this first level. Which is chill. Look, the simple fact that it's holding the support, and then we put in a higher low. We're fighting with the 9 again. The Qs have reclaimed the 9 for the short term, but look, they're starting to sell into it. You see this wick right here? So what you want to, in my case, I want to see the VIX go up. Look, see? We're starting to get the rollover. All right, there it is. Look, the VIX is going up. Let's go back over here real quick. Oh, look, they were deep. Look, they're in the money. They're in the money just a little bit. Come on, man. Roll over a little bit more, bro. Yeah, man. Let me see this. All right, here's the actual SPY right here. On the 3 minute. What it looking like on the 1? Okay. What about the 5? Okay. What about the 10? Okay. Clear resistance up here on the 10 minute. Look, see that? Nice round number right there. 624.50s. Feel me? A little psychological level. So we kind of got the pullback. I just want to see some follow through to the VWAP. That's it. But look, they're buying it. They're buying it. I'm watching this VIX down here though, bro. Look at the VIX, son. So look, that's when I took that trade. I closed that position off right off the open, right? But look, this trade right here is kind of eating into my gains, but they were just in the money. I'm giving it a little more time, but look, I should just go ahead and stop out before it eats too much of my gains up. Look, we just gotta move to the upside like a bitch. Now check it. You see the VIX pulling back? We pulled back. And look, we got a spike back up. So the Qs are looking pretty strong, bro. Ain't gonna lie. I don't even think there's any resistance up here, bro. The Qs, oh shit. That's a new all-time high, I think. Yeah. The Qs just put in a new all-time high. But look at the VIX. You see? I don't know, bro. I don't know, cuz. Look at this VIX, bro. I just want to see it break above 1605. If we can see the VIX break above 1605, then I know I'm kind of on the right track. Keep in mind, these aren't 0 DTEs. You see what I'm saying? I'm going back to just following my rules, bro. They're there for a reason. Hold on, I'm trying to catch this gap fill real quick, bro. Look at the VIX. All right, we broke above 1605, whatever that level is. The Qs got a little strength, but the SPY and the S&P 500 are gonna end up dragging the Qs down if we keep on like this. Nvidia's topping out. Let me show you real quick. This is what I was talking about. Look, Nvidia, clear resistance up here. Tesla going backside. VIX going up. All right.